let's say we just start. People can just join us. So I also want to mention that this webinar will be recorded, and afterwards we will share the recording with you. Okay, let's start the webinar. As you know, the Salesforce platform is constantly evolving with regular releases 3 times a year in the winter, spring, and summer. Since this release includes many new features, we tried to put the 10 hottest features together in this webinar. So let's dive in. We start with the Lightning app builder. Something is not working. Oh, okay. So the premise of dynamic forms is to create user-centric intuitive page layouts that display the right information at the right time. You can display and hide fields and field sections dynamically based on criteria that you determine. This feature is now available for mobile in beta. Now, next slide. We also have the feature of aligning fields horizontally in field sections. Sometimes it's these small enhancements that make us swoon. So this feature gives you the ability to align fields horizontally. This change horizontally aligns fields with their neighbors in the same row, improving the look of pages in the example here. If you can see the screen or mouse. The image on the left is without alignment, and the image on the right is with alignment. The accordion and tabs components are container components that you can drop other components into to better organize your pages and improve page performance. You open an app page in the Lightning app builder and drag an accordion or tabs component onto the canvas. Put other components inside accordion or tab sections. You can customize the labels of each tab and accordion section to whatever you want. Our second feature is about permissions. When you create a field, set its field level security on permission sets instead of profiles, or modify the field level security for an existing field for all permission sets in Object Manager. This change makes it easier to follow the user access control best practice of using permission sets to manage your users' permission rather than profiles. This feature, now generally available, includes an enhancement so that you can see each permission sets objects permissions for the fields object without leaving the page. So how do we get here? From setup, in a quick find box, enter user management settings and select user management settings. You can enable field level security for permission sets during field creation. Now, delegated administrators can manage the assignment of permission set groups for users in their delegated group, giving you more time for other admin tasks. So how we do this? From delegated administration in setup, create or select a delegated group. Then in assignable permission set groups, select the permission set group that delegated admins can assign to users or remove Delegated administrators can manage assignments for the permission set groups in their delegated group, but they can't modify those permission set groups. Now you can also see more information in reports. Reports from the user access and permissions assistant now contain key details including users' titles, profiles, and whether they're active. The performance of these reports has also been improved for orgs with a high number of users. The User Access and Permissions Assistant app was created by Salesforce and is available on the App Exchange. The app is designed to help you analyze and report on permission assignments, as well as providing an easy resort to manage permissions. User access policies allow you to declaratively define access for groups of users in a single operation. For example, you could specify a group of users to grant or revoke access to permission sets and permission set groups, package licenses, queues, and groups. With the Summer'23 release, you can now automate your users' assignments to manage package licenses, permission sets, and other access mechanisms based on criteria that you set. These policies can be automatically applied when new users are created or existing users updated. And how do we do this? In a quick find box, enter user management settings and then select it. Enable user access policies in beta. Then in the quick find box, enter user access policies and select user access policies to create or manage your users' access policies. Our third feature is about related lists. To save your users' time by decluttering the actions in the highlights panel and adding quick actions directly on related lists. Your users can create related records for items in the list without leaving the page. Or they can select up to 100 records in the related list and perform mass updates instead of single record updates. So how? You can add quick actions on a related list in one or two ways. Only create a record and update a record. Quick actions are supported in this release. To add quick actions from the Lightning app builder, add or select dynamic related lists, single component on the record page, and then in the properties name, click Add Action. A second way to add quick actions is using the page layout editor. From the object management settings, from the parent object, open the page layout, double click to open the related list properties, and then expand the button section and select the quick actions that you want to add. If you don't see the actions on the related list from the Lightning app builder, set the related list type to enhanced list. Now about fields. This update is designed to improve org health and performance by restricting the number of inactive picklist values in a custom picklist field. The panel on the picklist settings page in setup that provided the option to remove the upper bound on an inactive picklist value was removed. So now that this panel is removed, you can't remove the upper bound on inactive picklist values, and the maximum number of inactive picklist values for unrestricted picklists is 4,000. Any new unrestricted custom picklists have a limit of 4,000 inactive values. any restricted custom pick lists that were previously created that have more than 4,000 inactive values remain unchanged. To change the limits, you need to contact Salesforce. Now about salutation picklist values in Lightning. You can streamline your workflow by managing salutation picklist values in Lightning Experience. Use the Object Manager to add, delete, activate, deactivate, and replace salutation picklist values. Previously, you switched to Salesforce Classic to modify them. So if you go to Setup, use the Object Manager to manage salutations picklist values on the individual, lead, contact, and person account object. Now you can also honor all your customers by using titles that align with their identities. The MX salutation picklist value is now available by default. You can customize the sales salutation field to include other non-binary or honorific titles specific to your customer. Be sure to review any privacy implications before collecting gender-related data. Now the screenshots showing the new fields and options, including he, him, she, her, they, them, and more. Built-in gender identity options include male, female, non-binary, and more. Both fields feature a non-listed option as well. Our fifth feature is about emails. New email composal in beta. Salesforce is retiring the existing email editor and moving to a feature-rich HTML text editor that's packed full of exciting features. The Lightning editor is in open beta in Summer 23 and will be enforced in Summer 2024. When enabled, this release update replaces the email editor in the docked and through case feed email composers. Available in Lightning Experience as a beta feature, the Lightning editor provides an update user interface and other new features, full screen mode. The ability to print from the menu, undo and redo buttons, and smart copy-paste. It also complies with Salesforce security standards. Did I do something wrong? Next slide. There's a brand new flow to help your service agents link contacts to cases in email to case. The flow finds all contacts with email addresses that match the inbound email address that resulted in the case. Your agent then selects the right contact to link to the case. To use this feature, find the flow template called Find Contact for Associated Case from Email to Case and add it to Actions and Recommendations component. Now, about reports and dashboards. This new feature has the ability to add rich text fields and images to dashboards. This is available to unlimited edition customers. Such a simple change, but it helps create stunning and informative and engaging dashboards that are bound to impress your users and key stakeholders. Increased user adoption and engagement, so yes, please. And to get started, you have to click the plus widget and then select the type of widget that you want to add to your dashboard. Users of Unlimited Edition can now add up to 5 filters on a Lightning dashboard. Previously, they could only add 3 filters. I don't know about you, but I would love to see this become available for all editors, for all editions, sorry. And as part of the integration between Salesforce and Slack, you can now use the Post to Slack option on a dashboards to share Lightning dashboards in Slack. Recipients can view dashboards, share them, subscribe to them, and open the dashboard in Salesforce. Now, our calendars. The calendars has received a multitude of enhancements to maximize the productivity with the Summer 23 release. This includes view up to 500 events, enable events for up to 50 shared calendars and resources, drag events to reschedule, click an event to preview instead of hovering, and view overlapping event tiles, expanded tests, and shaded coloring for dates in the past. And you can also open calendar with only one click. Here's another little productivity. Just easily pop open your calendar in a new tab as you schedule events from a record, so you can see when you have conflicts. Previously, from the Salesforce console, you went to your calendar and away from your current view. Our 8 in-app is about in-app guidance. Salesforce introduced in-app guidance to take your Lightning experience to the next level. With the fairly recent addition of step-by-step walkthroughs, this feature remains a solid out-of-the-box option for Salesforce admins looking to increase user adoption and seamlessly enable users with just a few clicks. Salesforce in-app guidance is an out-of-the-box tool that empowers Salesforce admins and power users with manage prompts and view all profiles permissions. To create custom training for users, for user enablement or onboarding displayed on Salesforce Lightning pages as prompts. Before, you could already set up single prompts for actions on a record page and use walkthroughs as a learning path for new developments. But now you can go even further. You can target prompts on specific record fields. Also new in pipeline inspection. Say goodbye to building numbers reports, because you switching tools or analyzing deals with one unified Salesforce view, which allows granular filtering, provides insights, and highlights critical changes. Pipeline inspection gives sales teams a consolidated view of pipeline metrics, opportunities, week-to-week changes, all driven insights, close date predictions, and activity information. With this intelligence, sales teams can focus on the most important opportunities and forecast revenue more accurately. Use pipeline inspection to get your sales teams started managing their pipelines with a single view of pipeline metrics, opportunities, and week-to-week deal changes. Show insights from call recordings, emails, opportunity scores, cases, and close date predictions in the same view. As of March 2023, you can access pipeline inspection in an enterprise edition without the need to purchase an add-on license. Also, users can now update additional fields using inline editing in pipeline inspection. You can quickly update a checkbox, an email, phone, or URL on your opportunities. And last but not least, you can use expanded filters to view more deals and pipelines. Now, we arrived at the last feature, and it's all about Einstein search. Einstein search is transforming the way we search in Salesforce, enabling your users to get personalized and actionable search results. Einstein is free, available to unlimited enterprise and performance edition customers with Lightning enabled. From winter 22, from the winter 22 release, Einstein search is on by default, but you need to set it up in settings such as search result layouts and the impacted objects. You can use Einstein search to replace the need to create many reports and list views. Your users can simply search for my opportunities or my accounts in San Francisco. This one's a time saver for both admins and end users. As well as personalized search results, you can also take actions by hovering over the records. This game changer really does reduce the number of clicks required. Now, in conclusion, the Salesforce Summer 23 release brings a wave of innovation and powerful new features to propel your business forward. And I think that there is something for everyone in this release. And all I can hope for now is that this webinar was useful for you all. Just switch on my camera again. And now I also would like to open the floor for any questions you may have. So please be free to ask anything related about the Salesforce Summer 23 release. I'm also here with a fantastic colleague who is going to help me to answer your possible questions. So shoot, if there is anything you want to know more about, or if something was not clear. Okay, if there are no questions, very well. I was very pleased to give this webinar to you all, and thank you very much for attending this webinar. As I told you, we will share this recording with you as soon as possible. So thank you for attending and have a nice day.